Your person is now consumed by a profound sense of regret. They are remorseful for not having been emotionally vulnerable when you were completely, passionately, and unreservedly in love with them. They now find themselves in a state of longing, missing every single thing about you, from your infectious laughter to your comforting presence. Every memory, every shared moment, every whispered secret now echoes in their mind, amplifying their sense of loss. They are angry at themselves, a self-directed anger that stems from their failure to take your connection seriously. They see now how much they have hurt you emotionally, how their indifference and emotional unavailability have caused you pain. This realization is not easy for them. It's like a mirror reflecting their actions and the consequences thereof. It's a bitter pill to swallow, knowing that they are the architect of their own misery and your heartache. In an attempt to understand the depth of your pain, they are now putting themselves in your place. They are trying to see the world through your eyes, feel what you felt. And in doing so, they are realizing that they could never love someone the way you loved them. Your love was deep, pure, and unconditional, a kind of love they now realize they took for granted. They now understand that not giving you their time, not reciprocating your love, was a significant mistake. It was not just a mistake, it was the biggest blunder of their life. They were so caught up in their world that they failed to see the precious gift they had in you. They have come to see you as a true blessing in their life. You were the silver lining in their clouded world, a beacon of hope and love. They now realize that they let go of a person who could have added so much value to their life. Your person had never been loved unconditionally before. They lived in a world where love came with conditions, where every action demanded a reaction. So, they initially thought your love was conditional too. But your words and actions painted a different picture. You showed them that love doesn't come with conditions, that it's not a business transaction but a heartfelt emotion. You amazed them with your capacity to love and respect without expecting anything in return. Now, every thought of you, every memory brings tears to their eyes. The moments they shared with you, moments they thought were insignificant, are now treasures they wish they could relive. There is an intense energy of longing coming from your person's end. They are now in a state of deep reflection and regret, wishing they could turn back time and correct their mistakes. But alas, time is the one thing that never turns back. And so, they are left with their thoughts, their regrets, and the painful realization of a love lost. When you walked away from me, it was a moment that left a deep imprint on my heart. It was a pain that was sharp and profound, a feeling that was almost tangible in its intensity. It was as if a part of me had been torn away, leaving a void that was hard to fill. My ego, once inflated and robust, felt depleted and fragile. It was a blow that I hadn't anticipated, a wound that was raw and fresh. But amidst this whirlwind of emotions, there was a sense of respect for you that was undeniable. Your courage, your strength to stand against what was wrong, was something that I admired deeply. It was a quality that was rare and precious, a trait that was admirable and inspiring. It was your courage that pushed me to reevaluate our connection, to look at it through a lens of dignity and integrity. It was a push that was necessary, a push that was transformative. The transformation that you underwent was nothing short of remarkable. It was a change that was evident in every aspect of your being, a change that was reflective of your inner strength and determination. It was clear to me that you would accept nothing less than proper amends from me, that you would settle for nothing less than a connection that was nurtured with care and responsibility. It was a realization that made me take charge, to steer our connection in the right direction. Everything became crystal clear to me then. The fog of confusion lifted, revealing a reality that was harsh and bitter. The people who I thought loved me, the ones who I thought were on my side, were merely using me for their own benefit. It was a revelation that was hard to digest, a truth that was difficult to accept. The guilt that washed over me was overwhelming. The realization that I had failed to trust the one person who had given me her all was a bitter pill to swallow. She had offered me her loyalty, her love, without any expectations, without any conditions. And yet, I had failed to see her worth, failed to appreciate her love. But amidst this sea of emotions, there was one thing that stood out. You had captivated my heart since day one. There was something about you that resonated with me, something that struck a chord deep within. You were the first person who seemed to understand my inner demons, the first person who made me feel like I belonged. You were the one who made me feel seen, made me feel understood. You were the one who made me feel like I was not alone in my struggles, not alone in my battles. You were the one who made me feel like I was not just a face in the crowd, but someone who mattered, someone who was important. It was not just about the pain of losing you, or the guilt of not trusting you. It was about the journey of self-discovery, the journey of growth and transformation. It was about learning to love and respect myself, about learning to value the connections that truly mattered. It was about finding the courage to stand up for what was right, about finding the strength to make amends and move forward. It was about finding a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, a sense of self. And for that, I will always be grateful to you. Your partner is currently in a state of deep reflection, marveling at your remarkable self-control. They've observed a change in your behavior, a shift in the dynamics of your relationship. You're no longer taking the lead as you once did. You're not initiating conversations, not reaching out with calls or texts as frequently as before. This change has left a void in their life, a void filled with longing and fantasies about you. They find themselves constantly thinking about you, missing your presence, and yearning for your company. They recall the connection you both shared, a connection that was not just physical but also emotional and spiritual. It was a connection so intense and natural that it felt like two energies merging into one. They remember how effortlessly you both connected, how your energies resonated with each other, creating a bond that was unique and special. Your partner longs to relive those beautiful moments with you. Those moments when everything else ceased to exist, and it was just the two of you, lost in your own world. They consider those moments with you as the most pure and loving experiences of their life. The memories of those times are etched in their heart, and they yearn to experience them again. In their life, they can't imagine anyone else taking your place. They feel a sense of completeness with you, a sense of belonging. They believe that you are the only person who fits perfectly with them, the only person who understands them at a level no one else does. Your partner realizes that no matter how much they try to run away or block you out, in the end, it's your thoughts that bring them comfort. Your thoughts bring them a sense of peace and immense pleasure that they find nowhere else. Your thoughts are like a soothing balm to their restless heart, a source of solace in their chaotic world. They may have tried to convince themselves that their feelings for you were just a passing infatuation, a fleeting attraction. But deep down, they know the truth. Their feelings for you are genuine, deep, and profound. They've even found themselves crying in silence, overwhelmed by the intensity of their emotions when they lied to you about their feelings. Your partner cherishes your presence in their life. They value the bond you share, the connection you have. They understand that their life is better with you in it, and they wouldn't have it any other way. Your presence in their life is not just significant, it's indispensable. And they wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. They know that their feelings for you are real, and they can't hide from them anymore. They've realized that it's time to face their feelings, to acknowledge their love for you, and to embrace the beautiful bond that you share. They're ready to open their heart to you, to let you in, and to let their love for you shine. They're ready to love and be loved, to give and receive, to share and cherish. In the grand scheme of life, I have achieved a multitude of accomplishments. I have scaled the heights of success, tasted the sweet nectar of victory, and bathed in the glory of triumph. Yet, despite these numerous achievements, I found myself engulfed in an abyss of emptiness. It was as if I was standing on the pinnacle of a mountain, surrounded by an endless expanse of nothingness. No amount of accolades or laurels could fill this void within me, It was a profound emptiness that seemed to consume my very being. Then, you entered my life. Your presence was like a beacon of light that pierced through the darkness, illuminating my world with warmth and love. You filled the void within me, healing my wounds and mending my broken spirit. With you, I found fulfillment. With you, I found peace. Your presence in my life was like a soothing balm that healed all my curbs and brought tranquility to my restless soul. However, in my pursuit of happiness, I allowed my lower self and others to control my emotions. I let external factors dictate my state of mind, surrendering my happiness to the whims and fancies of others. I now realize how distorted my sense of masculinity was. I was not acting from a place of strength and courage, but from a place of fear and manipulation. My actions were driven by fear. Fear of losing you, fear of being alone, fear of facing my own insecurities. This fear led me to manipulate situations and people, including you. In doing so, I broke your trust, the very foundation of our relationship. I ruined the beautiful connection we shared, tainting it with my insecurities and fears. I was selfish, thinking only of myself. I was so engrossed in my own world that I failed to see the pain and suffering you were going through. I was oblivious to your struggles, your loneliness, your silent cries for help. I was your first priority, but in my life, I put other things before you. I prioritized my fears, my insecurities, my ego over you. I assumed that you would never leave me, no matter how difficult things got. I took your love for granted, believing that it was unwavering and unconditional. But you proved me wrong. You showed me that love is not about possession, but about respect and understanding. You taught me that love is not about taking, but about giving. You taught me that love is not about fear, but about courage. In retrospect, I realize the error of my ways. I understand the pain I caused you and the damage I inflicted on our relationship. I am sorry for my actions and for the hurt I caused you. I am committed to learning from my mistakes and to becoming a better person. I am committed to rebuilding the trust one broke and to restoring the love we once shared. I am committed to you, to us, and to our future together. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me and to give me another chance to prove my love for you. Because without you, my life is incomplete. Without you, I am nothing. With you, I am everything. With you, I am home.